This production is brought to you by Holistic RI. As a disclaimer, this information is for educational purposes only. The information should not be misconstrued as treatment, diagnosis, or medical advice. I am not a doctor and I do not give medical advice. If you have a specific health concern, you should seek medical treatment from a provider. Unauthorized recording or distribution is prohibited. And lastly, stealing is obviously bad karma. Let's talk about stress. If we're being chased by an elephant, stress can be helpful. Our digestion, however, dramatically slows down when we are under stress. Our sleep cycle is disrupted and blood flow is redirected. Additionally, our nervous system functions very differently when we are under stress. Again, this is great if we're being chased, not so great if we are simply stuck in traffic or under pressure at work. These changes increase gastrointestinal permeability, alter our microbe and our gut bacteria, and put us at increased risk for developing all kinds of health problems. We all know how sensitive our GI system can be to emotion. It is not abnormal for people to have GI symptoms such as nausea or butterflies in response to any number of emotions such as stress, anger, sadness, or depression. According to Harvard Health, people with GI disorders perceive pain more acutely, and stress can make pain even worse. In fact, stress reduction therapies have been shown to improve not only pain, but also GI function, or gastrointestinal function. To explore this more, we can talk about how the nervous system and the GI system, or gastrointestinal system, interact. We have a voluntary nervous system and we have an involuntary nervous system. We all know that we don't need to think about breathing or our heart beating. All of these are automatic functions that are regulated by the involuntary, or also known as autonomic nervous system. This system has brakes and gas, also known as the sympathetic, fight or flight, or parasympathetic, rest and digest. Lastly, and interestingly, there is also an enteric nervous system that generally receives little to no attention. The enteric nervous system is a mesh-like network where the nervous system and the GI system interact via neurotransmitters. It's important for us to listen to our body. Signs of stress may include brittle hair, nails, difficulty sleeping, even skin rashes. It goes without saying, obviously, to get these checked out medically, but stress management is very important and can be a helpful adjunct to treatment. And why we're here. Breath work can be an extremely effective way that's quick, easy, and free to help you manage your stress. It can also be a way to have a way to check in with your body, and it can be a way to keep stress in check in between your sessions, whether you use talk therapy, massage therapy, reflexology, yoga, whatever it is. Breath work can be a great add-on to help you keep your stress under control. Breathwork is defined as conscious breathing that you are controlling through your voluntary nervous system. Usually breathing is controlled by the involuntary nervous system. Breathwork is unique in that the voluntary and involuntary nervous systems can interact with breathwork. There are many different styles and ways to practice breathwork. I'm going to walk you through some of the basics and the most simple way that you can use breathwork. So first, you're going to want to turn off all your distractions. Shut up your phone, shut off vibration mode, turn off, any screaming children. If you can have them watched in the other room is ideal. And then you're going to want to set a timer. The amount of time you put into this is really up to you. Research has shown that 3 minutes is really the minimum that you can start to see change. And you can work your way up all the way up to 10 minutes if you like. And this is something that I like to do between 3 to 5 minutes multiple times a day. One caveat is be careful if you decide to do this before bed. It might put you right to sleep, or if you have to be somewhere. So you're going to want to sit comfortably. There are lots of overcomplicated instructions as to how to sit to enhance lung capacity and things like that. But the important thing is that you want to sit comfortably. If you can't sit comfortably, you can do this standing or you can do this lying. Again, just be careful to not fall asleep if you have to be somewhere after. All right, and now is the part where we breathe. So the whole goal is to pay attention to your breath. So slowly pay attention to the movement of air in and out. Now the point is to refocus every time you have a thought. You're going to have thoughts. Your mind will drift. You'll forget what you're doing. Every time you catch yourself doing that, bring yourself back to your breath and focus on controlling your breath. Nice, slow breaths in and out. You don't ever want to do this to the point where you feel out of breath. If that happens, you need to stop, pause, and then you can start again once you feel comfortable. And repeat. So think of this as an exercise in letting go of thoughts. Again, thoughts are going to happen. That doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. That means you're actually doing it right. The point is not to have a blank mind. The point is to exercise your mind and your breath. And every time you find yourself drifting, just bring yourself back. And again, all it takes is 3 minutes a day. You can practice this from once to multiple times a day. And that has been shown to be enough to actually change the way your brain works, increase your focus, improve your quality of sleep, and even impact your gut microbe, which is amazing. So you can start by challenging yourself or do a challenge with a partner or a friend and try to just do 30 days of this in a row. Thank you for listening. You can find more information at holisticri.com. This has been a presentation on breathwork with Carolee Nevelis, wishing you a happy heart and healthy poop.